Just waiting for Zach to check in with us. Hopefully that will be very shortly. Hi everyone, we've had a little bit of trouble this evening, my apologies. You probably got a little bit of video of me just, blank staring, trying to figure things out. But anyway, I think we've got it going now. Thank you so much for your company tonight. I'm Angie West, sitting in for Toby Wren for the Jazz Social. This is the 10th instalment and we've had such a great response. And thank you, all of you, to, hang on, oh gosh, there's more. Here we go. Sorry, just trying to get a little bit of... Zach, can you hear me?
I can.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Zach's there, so I am just going to let you know that, yes, deep apologies for all the hassle. So, welcome to the Jazz Social. We've got the Zach Scerri trio up first. They also include Aaron Yance on drums and Luke McIntosh on bass. After that, we'll have Helen Svoboda checking in from Maastricht in the Netherlands. And after that, the fabulous pianist John McAll will be playing. And at the end, you can have a little chat with the artists via me if you like. If you've got any questions for them, please leave them in the comments of the YouTube video. You can put them in there and I'll pass those on to the artists at the end. I'll also post a link to donate your ticket price. And Zach, I'm going to leave it over to you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in about 20 or so minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We're going to start off playing a tune of mine called Hometown Blues. YouTube land. We're going to continue now with
Isfahan.
On Please
Who is Fahan?
Yeah. Going to continue with a beautiful tune called Isfahan. One, two, three, four. Beautiful song, beautiful song. Oh, Lachlan McKenzie on this.
You just wanted to get into shot. There's nothing wrong with the way.
Tick chick?
Yeah.
I don't know how long we've been playing for, but quick shot. We can continue with another fun standard. This is called Cheek to Cheek.
Everything's slick so much.
Carpet on timber floors doesn't work. One, two, Cheek, we've got one more song. I'm going to finish with one of my songs. This is called In Case I Don't See You. Should probably introduce the band. Nah? Nah. Got Luke McIntosh on the double bass. We got Reggie down here. Oh, light turned off. There we go. We've turned back on again. It's amazing. Aaron Jess on the drums. Lachlan McKenzie on the sound. And Alyssa Finn on the crowd. Thanks very much for listening, and thanks to Jazz Social for having us. This is going to be our last tune. Whoop. One of mine called In Case I Don't See You.
That was absolutely beautiful, Zach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What was the name of that last tune you played again?
In Case I Don't See You.
That was beautiful. It was really great. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Luke, and thank you, Aaron. We'll catch up with you again at the very end of the concerts, and we're just waiting now for Helen to check in. Are you there, Miss Svoboda? There you are. Lovely. So we'll say goodbye to Luke and crew for the minute, and we're going now live to Maastricht in the Netherlands, where Helen Svoboda is going to play you a beautiful set of some originals and possibly a couple of other little things too. I will leave it in your hands now, Helen, and I'll see you at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks so much for having me. It's really fun to do a morning gig here. I'm awake, which is nice. And I've been feeling very far away from Australia in the Netherlands lately. So it's nice to kind of connect in this way on the YouTubes. So I'm going to be playing some music today from my debut album, which I released a single for just earlier this week. And the first song I'm going to play is called Beetroot in Blossom. Cool. That was beetroot, because it's a great vegetable. And if you don't eat beetroot, you should, because it's awesome. The next one is not a piece of mine, actually. I thought I should do one that's not vegetable related, just because. It's actually a Joni Mitchell piece, and she's really been getting me through this lockdown in a way. I just love her music. I love her voice. And being stranded in this little one-room apartment in the Netherlands definitely has its challenges, but yeah, Joni's always there. So I'm going to sing a piece of hers called Little Green. Born with the moon in Cancer, gave her a name she'll answer to. Call her green and the winters cannot fade her. Call her green and the children who have made her. Little green, she's a gypsy dancer. He went to California, hearing that everything's warmer there. So you write him a letter, say her eyes are blue. He sends you a poem and she's lost to you. Little green, he's a non-conformer, just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the night when the northern lights before. There'll be icicles and birthday clouds, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. There'll be sorrow, sorrow, child with a child pretending, weary of the lies she is sending home. So you write all the letters in your family name. You're sad and you're sorry, but you're not ashamed. Little green, have a happy ending. Just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the night when the northern lights before. There'll be icicles and birthday clouds. 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 Whew, okay, that was fun. I'm going to go right on. I've got a couple more for you today. So back to my own. This next one is called Holy Basil. And yeah, it's just one of the best herbs ever. It's used a lot in Thai cooking. And yeah, a little bit about the vegetable theme. I just love vegetables and I think they're worthy of music making in their honor. So I kind of, the last 2 years here, I've just been writing vegetable music and trying to imagine what does this vegetable or this plant or this herb, what does it sound like? And assigning it a particular identity in music, specifically on the bass. So this is Holy Basil, and it's quite a potent flavor. So hopefully you maybe hear that in this. Okay. Maybe that sounded like Holy Basil. I'm interested to hear if you thought so. I think so. But yeah, that is off the solo album that I'm putting out a bit later, and it was fun actually performing it, even if it's online. It's a very surreal experience for me, all of this. But I thank everyone who's watching, and thank you so much to Angie and Toby for organising all of this too. It's been so nice to see friends back home from our little apartment here. It's been really special. So thank you. I'm going to play now my last song. And it's the single that I released just this week off my album. And it's called A Tree Tells. And I think it's quite relevant in the current state of the world. There's so much happening, so much disarray. And this one was originally written during the bushfires, because being here, it was quite shocking to read everything that was happening, to see footage. So I actually wrote this in dedication to my homeland and feeling so far away, hence the title, A Tree Tells. It's also got elements of climate change, of course, and I think just in general what's happening, particularly this week in the US, everything, it's just a kind of thought process of, the world is not what it once was. So I'm going to finish with this one, and thank you so much for listening. I spoke with you today. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just going to pop my head back on. That was all from me.
Helen,
Yes.
that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. That was just fantastic. Loved it.
Thank you
Loved
so
it.
much
So
for
great
having
to hear
me.
this
It
new
was-
material.
Thank you. Yeah, it was so fun to have the chance to actually perform it.
That's lovely. And there's been
you know,
some great comments in the about the on the YouTube page as well.
Lovely.
Yeah, super happy with that. That's just lovely.
Thank you.
Will you hang around and we can have a quick little chat at the very end? And you
Sounds
can
perfect.
you can let everyone know where they can find your music. And
Yes.
in the meantime, we are going to head over now to John McAll. John, are you there?
Hello, Angie.
Hello, John.
Can you hear me?
Love it. I can hear you. I can hear you a little bit better when the mic's a bit closer. But if you just want to move it towards you a little bit when you have a chat, and then you can move it away again.
Can you hear me now? Is this all right?
I can hear you now. Yes, absolutely.
That's great. Okay.
All right, fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's watching, I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of John McAll right now, and I'll see you at the end, John.
Thank you. I've been obsessed with a tune over the last 7 months, and it's called Daily Battles, written by Tom York, and it's the theme song of the new movie Motherless Brooklyn, which is about a guy with Tourette's who's brilliant and obviously faces these daily battles. It's a beautiful thing, but the amazing thing about this is that Tom York, Radiohead fame, wrote the tune, but also Wynton Marsalis did a version of the tune. So a collaboration of those giants, Tom York and Wynton Marsalis, is a kind of reflection of our time. The movie never made it to the theatres. You can buy it on iTunes at the moment. Anyway, I'll play the tune. It's fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Daily Battles. Sam Manning wrote a piece called Sweethearts and then put together a competition where everybody could do a version of this, and I did an award-winning version of this. I still haven't received my roll of toilet paper, which is what he offered, but I'm waiting, Sam. So this is my version. This could go anywhere. It's called Sweethearts. And I think I'm going to play one more piece, and then we'll all get together and have a party. Some of you may recognise this tune. I won't announce it. It's an old standard. a few friends over here. I told them to keep quiet, but now you guys, you can clap if you like. Oh, great. Thank you very much.
John, thank you
Thank you.
so much for that trill. That was just beautiful. What a delight to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. There are a couple of
While
right
I've
notes
got
in
you
there.
here, and before Zach and Helen check back in, can you bring the mic?
Yep.
That's great. Would you like to let people know where they can find your music?
Well, the one I'd like them to look at, I've got stuff on Spotify, but I'd like people to buy my new album Secular on Bandcamp. And I'd also really like some followers on Instagram, because I've got another act called Molly and the Prohibition, which is more of a kind of, look, here's a bottle of bourbon. It's Johnny Royale Gold bootleg. Now, I don't know whether I can post this to people for a good price, but it's fantastic. We're in the Prohibition era now, Angie. That is real.
I can
so
almost taste it
if
from
you
here.
want me to sell you, this is what I'm selling here. Booze. Anyway, that's fine. Bandcamp, Secular, and my Instagram page, you'll see some stuff for Molly and the Prohibition, which will be my next album coming out, which is going to be a fantastic new thing. So that's sort of what I'm plugging here.
Wonderful. That's great to hear. Helen and Zach, are you there? Do you want to check in and have a chat before we say good night?
Yes.
Yes.
There you
Thank
are.
you.
Hello. Zach and Aaron and Luke, thank you so much for opening up tonight for us with a beautiful set. Do you want to have a little chat about your music and where people can find you on the internet, since we can't see you at a show at the moment?
Yeah, well, I have a Bandcamp page. It's just zachscerri.bandcamp.com, I think. We have an album, three of us. We did a while ago. I think we recorded it at the end of 2017 and released it in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's on there. It's going pretty cheap at the moment. I think $5 for a digital copy of the album.
Bargain.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think Bandcamp are doing that thing again tonight where they waive all their platform fees. So
They
we're
are doing
posting
that.
for our music as well on that to just try
Yeah.
and get people to buy it, so we get all of the money. So everyone who's out there listening, if you are going to buy some music from any musicians on Bandcamp, tonight and tomorrow is a really great time to do it, because Bandcamp will not be taking any fees, no platform fees, and for the next 24 hours. So yeah, go to it. Miss Helen.
Yes.
So you've got a newish album, and that was a new single. Or is the album really new? Is it
The album is not released yet fully, so it's just that last song I played was released on Monday through Made Now Music, which is an awesome label in Brisbane by Brodie McAllister and Caleb College that puts out lots of different experimental music in Australia. So yeah, if anyone's interested in pre-ordering it, it's on Bandcamp already. It's just called Vegetable Base. I don't think there's any other vegetable base that I've come across so far. So it would just, it would just be, I think so. So I think it's just Helen Svoboda Vegetable Base. And yeah, pre-orders are open. So I guess tonight would be a good time if anyone liked it. If you didn't like it, it's okay.
I don't think there was anyone that didn't like it. I guess people might be, as things are opening up a little bit now for us, I know none of us have had gigs for months now, not live gigs, not in-person gigs with anyone. Have any of you been making music or just chilling? What's it been like the last couple of months for you, John?
Okay.
Is there something? Was that for me, Ange?
Yeah.
For me, last year I did spend a year getting into programming. So as well as playing jazz, I do a lot of musical director sort of work where I do a lot of arranging and writing and programming. And I've really got into audio logic and programming and sampling. And so I do a lot of that kind of work. I've been getting into film editing and things like that, basically keeping myself creative. Very difficult to make a buck because I've done a lot of touring. I was with the Black Sorrows for 7 years. I was with Ross Wilson for 8 years, and I was with Victor Bull on the last show. So these are all kind of commercial shows where I'm MDing and arranging, and that's been my mainstay. But I went to do some online teaching. Which I've done a little bit, and I was sort of ahead of the curve on that. So I've taken a bunch of students in online teaching, and I get by, but it's just what I really feel and what I want to say to everybody is that I reckon the streaming thing is here to stay, in the sense that a couple of my mates own clubs in Melbourne and they do live streaming now. Okay. you've got to think that when the clubs get back to working and there's 400 capacity and it's sold out, they'll have a second tier of income from now on. They'll have the cameras and they'll have the streaming so that, and you've got to remember the other thing, the beauty of streaming is that there's no sold out with streaming.
Yep.
What that means is if the Rolling Stones were on your show and it was a paid or a ticket, if the Rolling Stones were playing at a pub in Melbourne on a streaming show, there's no sold out. They'd sell 10 million. See, so it's limitless in that sense, the streaming. And I think it's like when portrait painters went out of business when cameras came in. Video killed the radio star, and there's something in this that we don't quite know yet, but you have to get good at it. That's all.
But
I have to say.
and we're finding out.
That's all I have to say.
Zach and Luke and Aaron, how about you guys over the last couple of months? Have you been doing some online teaching, or just hanging out and playing a bit, or being bored? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I mean, most of what I've been doing lately is online teaching. So that's been interesting. Teaching online is very tiring. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
It's not about staring at a screen for like 6 hours straight. It's probably not great. So it'd be good to get back into the in-person thing. But other than that, I haven't been doing anything major. Been writing some music and recording some stuff that I think we're going to hopefully put together at some point.
Cool. Great.
Anything you guys want to say?
Oh. I actually had an online like teaching business already before like the whole coronavirus stuff happened. So I've just kind of doubled down on that, went super hard with it, and it's gone really well. So yeah, it's
great.
Good times.
That's really good to hear.
Aaron?
Anything from you, Mr. Yance?
Yeah, I guess for me, like Zach, there's been a lot of teaching online. And it's just been good. It's forced me to learn skills that I didn't have beforehand, like the music technology side of things. I have to do so much.
That for a lot of us, hey, that's
absolutely.
Me doing this.
Yeah, well, there's just so many different things, like the collaborative performances via YouTube or whatever it is, basically. Yeah. Like the amount of learning for all of those things. Like, you know, I couldn't do any video editing stuff prior to all of this happening, but now I can, you know, comfortably stitch together video and audio and can record drums in an apartment, which isn't ideal, but you know, but it's still recording drums, so all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's kind of forced me to learn a lot of skills, and I think everyone will probably benefit in the long run from those skills that they've gained. So there is some sort of silver lining to it, if you can call it that, I guess.
How about you, Helen? Have you been working on anything in particular these last few months of lockdown? How has it been for you there?
Yeah, it's been really strange. I'm living here with Andrew Saragosi, of course, so at least we've been together in this one room apartment. It's been quite intense, but we're still together and very happy mostly, so it's good. And yeah, for us, it was strange because we've just finished our masters here now. So we had to hand in our thesis and do our research presentations all online. And I managed to record the solo stuff 2 weeks before lockdown happened. And we recorded our duo album 2 weeks before lockdown, which was really lucky.
Wow, that's great timing.
Sorry, 1 week before. Yes, I think mostly I've just been practicing a lot of singing and focusing on things that I didn't necessarily have the time in my brain or like the space in my brain to really give 100% when I was so invested in this album. And just trying to plan for the future, which is hard because we were supposed to come back to Australia in 5 days. So we can't.
You don't know what's happening now.
No, so I think a little bit longer, at least a few months more. So we're just kind of taking it day by day and trying to, make the most of this recording situation. I've been doing lots of my own double bass quartets kind of stuff, just looping over myself, and it's fun. So
cool.
Yeah,
well, it sounds like everyone's had a bit of stuff to do, and I will wind things up now by saying a huge thank you to you, John, to you, Luke, Aaron, and Zach, and to you, Helen. I don't know where I'm looking at you on my different screens here. But I would also like to say a huge thank you to Toby Wren, who has been hosting and facilitating the Jazz Social for the last 10 weeks. This is its 10th installment tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Toby.
We've had a bunch of people
Thanks,
watching
Toby.
and a bunch of people donating a ticket fee every week, and we thank you so much. Thanks. I know that I can see that there's still people watching, so thank you very much for being here, everyone. We are going to take a little break for maybe 2 or 3 weeks and just reassess how things will go. Probably still go forward. We don't know if it's a weekly thing or if we might do it fortnightly or monthly, but there's still a bunch of great artists who are really keen to have a play at the Jazz Social on a Friday night. So we hope that it still keeps going, and I just can't thank you enough for your beautiful music tonight, all of you. Have a great weekend. Take care and keep making beautiful music. And thank you again, everyone, so much for a beautiful night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ange.
Thank you.
Thanks,
So
everyone.
welcome. Thank you.
I could
Take
hear the
care,
Basil
everyone.
too, Helen. I could hear the Basil.
Oh,
Very much
great.
so.
Thank you. Good to know.
Okay.
Loved your music.
See
Thank you,
guys.
everyone.
Bye all.
Bye.
Arrivederci.